This video is going to be on the NWC-Analytics Stock Screener page. Now, there are different ways we can get to the Stock Screener page. The typical way would be to go up to the top navigation menu and select Analytics, then Stock Screener. This will navigate us to the Stock Screener page, where we can either start searching by the ticker symbol, if we know it, or the company name. If we start typing in the company name, we will start to see suggestions. Then, once we find the company, we can click on the name. Or, if we know the ticker symbol, we can just directly enter it. We can then click the search button to see the company information. We also have a keyword search option. If we just wanted to get some suggestions on, let's say, quantum computing companies, I will start typing in the word quantum. We will see suggestions start to appear. I want to find all the companies where the word quantum appears in the description or in the company name. We get a list of companies where you can see the word we typed in appear in the company description. I also saw the word fiber. If I start typing, we get a list of companies where the word fiber is in the description or in the company name. This is just another way you can start to research companies or start to find companies that may be interesting. Also in our list, we have the closing price or the current price on the right here. This will kind of help us narrow down our search. At the top, there is a list of popular searches. We can just click on one of the popular search buttons and the search bar will pre-fill. We then get a list of companies where, again, these words appear in the name or the description. So this is just another cool feature that we added to help you be more successful in finding companies to invest in. Okay, so let's say that we found a stock that we were interested in, and we wanted to do more research or further analysis on it. We can add this to our watch list right from here, just by clicking on the Add to Watch List button. If we just click on Add to Watch List, this is now added to our watch list, and we can go and see that Qubits was added. And the price that we started watching is automatically filled in for us. This is a quick way we can add stocks to our watch list, kind of like adding it to a spreadsheet. I mentioned in our watch list features video that the wheel chart sectors and the sector breakdown menu items are clickable. If we click on a sector from the watch list overview panel, it will take us to the stock screener page. But instead of 10 random stocks, we get 10 random stocks from the sector we clicked on. Now, the reason we added this feature is to help users create a diverse portfolio. We add stocks to our watch list from sectors that we lack positions in on our portfolio. If we look at our portfolio overview, we see that we don't hold any positions in the communication services sector. So if we click on the communication services sector in our watch list overview, we now navigate to the stock screener page, and we have 10 random stocks from the communication services sector that we can research. Again, this helps us balance our portfolio. If we click on any one of these stocks, we can quickly do some initial analysis. The 10 stocks are persistent, so they will stay up until we click the Load Different Communication Services Stocks or the 10 Random Stocks button. We click that, we'll get 10 new stocks. There's Roku. I have a Roku player, so I kind of like this stock. So that's why we created these clickable sectors, so that we can have a diverse portfolio. If we take another quick look, I see that I don't have anything in the basic materials sector. Let's go in our watch list. Click on Basic Materials. It goes to our stock screener page, where it gives us 10 random basic material stocks that we can choose from. Now we can just click on 10 random stocks if we don't want to research any of these, and it will list 10 random stocks. Now, in our stock screener, we do have the standard top gainers and top losers sections. We also have randomly selected ETFs, and we can just research some of these stocks or ETFs, click on them, see if we like them. On the ETFs, I kind of look at the top holdings, see what their dividend payouts are, and kind of see what this fund holds. As I mentioned, there are many ways to search for a stock. Another way is to use filters, which are in the Screener tab. If you go to Screeners, we have quick screens and filters that we can use to start searching for stocks. I'll use the High Volume Breakout Quick Screen to start. Clicking on the quick screen, it returns 83 results, where the market cap is above 200 million, the daily change is above 3%, and the dollar volume is above 50 million. Once we have results, we can adjust the quick screen to filter them even further. I'll set the minimum price to $10, and then we click Run Screen. It filtered out all the stocks that were under $10. There are now 77 results. I'll add another filter. Let's say any stock with a trading volume of at least 5 million shares. Click Run Screen again, and the results are further filtered down to 34. A cool addition to this screener is that once you have the results, or once you have the features that you want to filter out by, you can save the screen model. I'll save these screening filters as High Volume Breakout, Price Above $10, and click Save. Now that I have this saved, anytime I come back to this page, I can click on the saved model and get the same filters that were applied. Okay, so now that I have my desired results filtered down to 34 stocks, I can start doing some additional research on these. I can see over here that Figma Inc. is at or near its 52-week range low, all the way down from the high of $143. I see that Shoals is getting up towards the higher end of that 52-week range. These are simple, quick checks to determine if I want to do further analysis. I'll do further analysis on Shoals Technology. It is on the higher end of the 52-week range, so I want to see if this trend is going to continue. Just by looking at the graph, I can clearly see that this is on an uptrend. Let's look at our drawing tools. The drawing tools will give me a better indication of where the support and resistance lie. The trend line is just a point-to-point drawing tool that draws a single line. What I'm looking for is support or a possible entry price, and a trend that supports that price. And then I'll look for resistance, or at what price would be a good price to exit the position. Then there's the channel drawing tool. For this tool, select 2 points, either high points or low points, and draw the line connecting those 2 points. Then select our high price or low price. And that will draw the channel between the high and low. Again, I'm looking for resistance and support. Let's look at this trend here. There's more of a support line here and a resistance line up here. I can see that uptrend continues. Next is the Fibonacci drawing tool. If we're looking between 6:30 a.m., this is Pacific time. The time down at the bottom of the graph will be in your time zone. If I click on a low point and a high point, I see some support at $9.36. Going here, I could have put in a buy order at $9.36, and I would have picked it up around 7 a.m. I would have turned around and put in a sell order probably around $9.55. I wouldn't have got this spike here, but I could not have seen that it was going to spike at that time. I still would have enjoyed a pretty decent gain per share. If I wanted to go back and do further research on this, I would click on the Stock Search tab. The Shoals Technology ticker is entered into the search bar for me, which helps keep me on task. The same drawing tools are on the price history chart, so I could look at trends over a longer period of time. I select the low point and then the high point. I could have determined that maybe $10 would have been a good sell point based on the 1-year price history. I can't for sure tell that the price was going to go up to $10, but the longer time frame does make that suggestion. Now I can make a determination based on the price history and the current price trends at which prices to enter and exit the position. This is what the drawing tools are designed to help us find. I can do further analysis, go to the technical analysis tools, and see that Shoals has a bullish outlook. The technical price ranges from $7 to $10, which we're already at $10.33. We've passed that. The RSI is telling me that this is overbought, while the ADX is telling me that it has a strong uptrend. And if I look at the ADX, I do see a strong uptrend at 25.95, and the price is still going up. Taking all this technical analysis into consideration is what's going to help me find those entry points and exit points. The drawing tools are there to help you establish some sort of trend and get a starting point. And then we do further technical analysis to find out if we want to continue. If I put in a sell order at $9.55 and I do further analysis that would suggest a higher exit price, I'd cancel that order and put in a sell order at $10.
I mean, we can always cancel our orders if further analysis doesn't support our initial assessment.